The rain-slicked street reflected the neon glow of the bar's sign, a pulsing red heartbeat in the dark. Inside, I laughed too loudly at my boss's joke, my wineglass trembling in my hand. Ethan's text buzzed my phone for the third time, unanswered, its silent plea buried under the clink of glasses and the hum of jazz. Our 5th anniversary dinner waited at home, cooling on the table he'd set with care. I pictured him, alone, the candlelight flickering over his hopeful face, and my stomach twisted. But I stayed, caught in the orbit of Michael's charm, his hand brushing mine as he poured another round. The bar smelled of whiskey and damp coats, the air thick with murmured conversations. Michael leaned closer, his voice low, recounting a client meeting that never happened. His eyes held mine, sharp and searching, like he knew something I didn't. I should have left hours ago. Ethan deserved better than this. Better than me, distracted, flushed, pretending this was just work. But Michael's attention was a drug, and I was chasing the high, ignoring the guilt clawing at my chest. Back home, Ethan would be checking his watch, his smile fading. We'd planned this night for weeks. Our tradition, candlelit dinners with his meticulous playlists, promises to keep choosing each other. I'd promised to be home by 7. It was nearly 10. My phone buzzed again, and I silenced it, shoving it into my purse. Michael's laugh pulled me back, rich and warm, like he hadn't noticed the time. Or maybe he had. "You're quiet," he said, his fingers grazing my wrist. The touch lingered, deliberate, and my breath caught. I told myself it was nothing, just a friendly gesture. But the way his gaze lingered on my lips said otherwise. I pulled my hand back, muttering about needing air, and stepped outside. The rain had stopped, leaving the city air heavy with petrichor and regret. I checked my phone. 5 missed calls, 3 texts from Ethan. "Where are you? Everything okay? I love you." Each word stabbed deeper. I typed a quick lie, "Stuck at work, so sorry, be home soon," and hit send before I could rethink it. My reflection in a puddle showed a stranger. Smudged mascara, flushed cheeks, a woman unraveling. I'd always prided myself on loyalty, on being the one Ethan could trust. But tonight, I was someone else, someone who stayed too long, laughed too easily, let Michael's flattery blur the lines. Back inside, Michael was waiting, his smile knowing. "Everything okay?" he asked, echoing Ethan's text but with a different weight. I nodded, avoiding his eyes, and suggested we wrap up. He agreed, but his hand found the small of my back as we left, a gesture too intimate for colleagues. I didn't pull away. The drive home was a blur of city lights and self-reproach. What was I doing? Michael was my boss, married, with a life I barely knew. But his attention filled a void I hadn't admitted existed. A hunger for validation Ethan's steady love couldn't satisfy. I hated myself for it. Ethan was everything. Kind, patient. The man who remembered my coffee order and kissed my forehead when I cried. Yet here I was, betraying him for a fleeting thrill. I pulled into our driveway, the house dark except for a faint glow from the dining room. My heart sank. Ethan hadn't given up. Inside, the table was a still life of our love. 2 plates untouched, candles burned low, a bottle of our favorite wine unopened. He sat in the living room, head in his hands, the playlist still looping softly. The sight broke something in me. "Ethan," I whispered, my voice cracking. He looked up, his eyes red-rimmed but soft, searching for an explanation I didn't have. "I'm so sorry. Work ran late and I..." "Work?" His voice was quiet, but it cut. "You didn't answer my calls. My texts. I thought something happened to you." He stood, crossing the room. And I saw the hurt etched into his face, deeper than I'd feared. "Where were you, Claire?" I froze. The truth was a weight I couldn't lift. "I was with Michael," I said finally, the words tasting like ash. "We were going over the new project. I lost track of time." His jaw tightened, and I saw the doubt flicker in his eyes. He knew me too well. "You were with him all night? On our anniversary?" His voice rose, trembling with something raw. Anger, yes, but also fear. "Claire, what's going on?" "Nothing," I said too quickly, my hands shaking. "It was just work. I swear." But the lie felt flimsy, and Ethan's silence was louder than any accusation. He stepped closer, his gaze piercing, and I wondered if he could smell the bar on my clothes, the wine on my breath. "You've been different lately," he said, his voice low, like he was piecing together a puzzle. Distant. Always with him. I'm not stupid, Claire. His words were a knife, twisting with every syllable. I wanted to deny it, to tell him he was wrong, but guilt choked me. I'd crossed a line tonight, even if it wasn't physical. The way I'd let Michael's touch linger, the way I'd ignored Ethan's calls. It was betrayal, plain and simple. I love you, I said, tears spilling over. I messed up. I should have been here. I'm so sorry. But the words felt hollow, and Ethan's expression didn't soften. He turned away, staring at the table he'd set with such care. And I saw the weight of his trust crumbling. Was it worth it? He asked, his back to me. Whatever you were doing, whoever you were with, was it worth this? His voice broke, and my heart shattered with it. I wanted to tell him everything, to confess the confusion, the thrill, the shame. But I couldn't. Not yet. I don't know what you mean. I lied again, my voice barely a whisper. He turned, his eyes blazing with a mix of pain and clarity. Don't, he said. I saw the way he looked at you at the office party. I saw how you didn't pull away. And tonight you chose him over me. His words were a gut punch, and I staggered under their truth. He'd seen the signs I'd ignored, the glances, the late nights, the slow erosion of our bond. Ethan, please, I begged, reaching for him. He stepped back, and the distance between us felt like a chasm. It's not what you think. Then what is it? He demanded, his voice raw. Tell me, Claire. Because I can't keep pretending this is okay. I opened my mouth, but no words came. The truth was too ugly, too raw. I'd flirted with betrayal, let it seduce me, and now it was tearing us apart. Before I could speak, my phone buzzed on the table, lighting up with a new message. Michael's name flashed across the screen. Had fun tonight. Let's do it again soon. Ethan's eyes locked on the phone, then on me. His face crumpled, and in that moment, I knew he saw everything. The truth I hadn't spoken, the betrayal I couldn't undo. He grabbed his coat and walked out, the door slamming like a gunshot. I sank to the floor, the weight of my choices crushing me. As the playlist looped on, a cruel reminder of the love I'd let slip away.